Hello, everyone. Joking Jackson here. And sorry I haven't been uploading lately. Just, life has been interesting, It's just, it's just been interesting. I've just been trying to get stuff done in school, but also trying to help my family out, so, yeah, sorry there hasn't been a new video out. But now, it's time to get on to a video that I tried recording, but haven't been able to. Let's get started. There's a lot of things you don't know about me. There are. But one of them is that I have a show called Miraculous Ladybug. Tales of Ladybug and Cat Noir. And I have to say, the characters in the show are really good. They're relatable. You actually can get to know them more, either during an episode or if they're the main part of an episode. But what gets me in the whole series is the villains. The villains is what makes it work. Now, a good hero always needs a good villain, and there's always sort of like a villain of the week. That's actually been a bit of a trope lately with villain of the week, if you will, for just some either shows or just shows, if you will. And now, this is going to be my top 5 miraculous ladybugs that I will want to see in the near future. Now, please bear in mind that this list is about 100% my opinion, and these are just concept ideas. These are just ideas I have for villains and how they can work. From their weaknesses, to their origin, to how they get akumatized, and yeah. And, let me see. This was going to be a top 10. I was going to do a better top 10 than my last top 10. It was bad, but hey, you learn from the past. So, let's get on with this. Let's get on with this top 5. Now, number 5 on our list is a villain that people will relate to because they don't like doing this in the morning. They don't like to just wake up and get out of bed. But then, after when you wake up and get out of bed, you get a bit of a bedhead. Get it? Because, well, bedheads. Oh, that was bad even for me. Now, this is actually a bit of a villain that will be relatable because she actually got akumatized after getting called bedhead every single day just because she has a weird hairstyle every single day, and it's all because of her little pin. Now, here's a bit of one thing for an ability for her. This is an interesting ability because she'll be able to take the dreams and then actually make them wake up all grouchy and grumpy. And would it be interesting just because, well, we actually get to see a lot of people with bedheads because not only does she take dreams and make people grouchy, but they'll have a bit of a bedhead of their own. And that's also, you'll know who gone sleep deprived. Everyone knows that feeling of just lack of sleep. But then a weakness I thought for her, if she gets hit by her own blast, that makes everyone go to sleep, and her dream is in, then everyone is then rejuvenated as if they had a great night's sleep, which I really want. And then the Kuma could actually just be in the pin, get destroyed, and then de-evilized. But the reason why this is on number 5 on the list was, it was just the villain I just slept on. Pun intended. And number 4 is a musical villain. And here's the thing, I love musical episodes in shows. Just how would the actors, either in shows or cartoons, it just really depends, because the characters either have fun with it, they either just embrace the madness that is a musical, or they actually just go with it and then try stopping, say, whoever is causing it. That's why Mayhem the Music Meister is one of my favorite episodes of Batman Brave and the Bold, which I want to get to look at one day. But let's get back onto the list. I'm calling him the Phantom from, well, Phantom of the Opera. Now, this will be an interesting villain because, well, I know we already had a musical episode from the Christmas special, but that was only about 4 or 5 songs. And I really want this to be sort of like a full-length musical, if you think about it. I guess think of this. The Phantom could actually just be a drama student that didn't get the part that he wanted. And he was just so angry that he worked so hard on the part. And a lot of people can relate to this character because, think about it. What if you were in a play and you were trying so hard to get this one part that you wanted to get for so long, but then you didn't get it? Now, what I'm thinking for the Phantom here is I'm actually going to pay homage to a little bit of the movie version, and I heard a lot of people didn't like the movie version, but still, this is just a little bit of how I'm thinking. For the Phantom, he can do the following things. He can make people either in sort of like a hypnotic trance that make them dance and or sing and or both, which I really love. He can be a master of illusions and actually have the ability of disappearing in a way, sort of like teleporting, but with more smoke bombs. And let me see, is there anything else? Oh yeah, since the Phantom of the Opera did take place in Paris, France, we can actually have a bit of an interesting idea. What if, in a way, Marionettes is our Christine, Raoul is our Adrian, and the Phantom is, well, Phantom. We'll call him Gerald. We'll call him Butler for now. The kid's name's gonna be Butler. And basically, they will be able to, this will be sort of like a battle of love. Who will get, which ship will get destroyed by the iceberg of canonicity. I'm going to go to number 3 because I will have so much fun with this villain. And this is only number 4 on the list. And there's still 3 more to go. So the number 3 one is actually from what I heard from some sources, if you will. That we will actually have a corrupted Kwame. Or corrupted Kwames, corrupted robots, if you will. And this actually gave me an idea for one. What if the Peacock Kwame actually was, oh, I don't know, was corrupted? Now, here's a bit of I love the theory of Adrian's mother being the Peacock miraculous holder, but I have a bit of an extension for that. What if the Kwame that helps her get her powers, if you will, gone akumatized and actually went on a bit of a rampage? Not only blowing away the competition, still no pun intended, but also having just an interesting ability, because this is a peacock we're talking about. And I can still see mostly a fan, if you will. I can actually make a Dynasty Warriors joke, and I'm sad. I might just post a picture of the fan I'm talking about, and then a little bit you'll see. So yeah. But I'm thinking after, say, once the Kwame has been de-evilized, then we can actually have a bit of a passing of the flame, passing of the torch, if you will. Just of Adrian's mother just wants to get back to regular life and just wants to just get to know her son, if you will. Because how long has it been? How long has it been since Adrian has seen his mother? Just think that for a second. But still, it's just been an interesting idea for a villain, and will just be our very first Kwame. Sort of like the good guy turning into the bad guy. Speaking of which, let's get on to number 2. Ooh, number 2 is another regress villain, but this one is also, in a way, supported by fans with just a lot of fan art. And oh, I don't know how to fully say this. Chat blanc. It means white cat in French. And the interesting thing is, this will be an interesting villain because I have two ways on how this can work. Either maybe a cousin of Adrian comes. We're gonna call him Felix right now. Felix Cat. And then basically, he blames Cat Noir for all of his problems, for what has happened to him. And then, oh, it's the word. And he wants to be the opposite of Chat Blanc, or Cat Noir, if you will. And to quote the Flash, oh, I'm not the Flash at all. I'm not like the Flash at all. Some would say, I'm reverse. And this will just be so amazing. Or, you can have Mrs. Aggress. This is still a bit of an idea for... That's also part of number 3, if you will. Mrs. Aggress still tries to stop the corrupted Kwame, but then Adrian also then gets akumatized and then becomes Chat Blanc, which will mean that Hawkmoth will get one of the miraculouses he's looking for, and almost either defeat Ladybug or get the miraculous without Ladybug on with them. Yeah, just let that sink in for a second. Let that sink in. Why it's number 2 on the list is because I think it could really work. It just depends on what the writers want to do. Because if the writers want to go dark with this villain, I will let them. This is just a bit of an idea. Now, before we go to number 1, I would like to talk about one honorable mention. I was trying to think of a sort of like robot villain, if you will, but I couldn't figure out one. Oh, I actually just remembered 2. One being a Punch-Out inspired villain. While actually making this script for the first time, I was listening to a little bit of Punch-Out theory videos, and I actually just think a boxer villain or something from Punch-Out could work. Just imagine a luchador that went to Paris for just one more match, but then gets his mask taken off during the fights. Oh, just imagine how much angry that wrestler will be. That will be interesting because they can make it... They can work with that so well. And I can also make a Wizards of Waverly Place reference right there. And the second one was, I was going to put a fiery Joker on this list, but Paris has already went through so much fire, if you will. I'm just going to... That was sadly off of the list. How I would really want to see sort of like a Joker villain, I wouldn't also want to see one with fire. So Corporal Werner, if you are watching this, you are going to be on this list. But now we must get on to number 1. My number 1 my number 1 miraculous villain I want to see in the near future is emoticon. Joy, sadness, anger, disgust, fear. Those are, in a way, the main emotions that we use in life. And this is a villain that I'm going to love so much. I loved just by writing this. And it is not even funny just how much times I want to just think, this will be the best villain they will ever create. Because emoticon is actually not only part akumatized, but he's also part technological villain. Basically what I'm thinking for this villain is, he first starts off as a person that he can't read people's emotions. He can't see their face and then think, so are you sad? Are you angry? I don't know. And it's just interesting because just think about it. Not being able to actually read people's emotions. So we actually made a little invention so we can actually see people's emotions easily. But then a co-worker then sabotages it and then blames him. He then truly felt most of his emotions that he couldn't feel. And this is a bit of an idea for abilities. Oh, I love this ability. He can fire emotions at will. He can control people's emotions. They can feel rage 1 second, but then feel sad and depressed the next second. And of think of Ladybug accidentally getting blasted by one of emoticon's, say, joyful ones, joyful blast, and then just head over heels in love with Cat Noir. That would just put him out of his place and would just try and distracting him so much that he would almost be able to win. And sadly, I'm thinking that it's sort of like the box can be his weakness, that if he actually gets hit by his own blast, then his emotions will go up tenfold, and he will feel every single emotion just like that. And I thought of an hilarious idea of what if Emoticon had a daughter that was also akumatized just like him. Oh, Emotica is the name I'm thinking for this villain. This is sort of like a 2-in-1 for this. And just imagine her emotions going to 11. No, not 11. I'm just meaning over 9,000. Oh. But just think, using emotions against another person, that would be interesting for just how much they can play really well with this. And that was the top 10. How did you like it? What miraculous villains do you want to see in the near future? Put it down in the comment section below. And please, before you go, I just wanted to say a couple things. One, I have a lot of videos in the making, and sadly I actually have to finish the show in order to work on one. The video's gonna get a little weird. It could get a little wild. It isn't from around here. It's from another dimension. And while I was actually working on this, I actually gotten a lot of new subscribers. And I just want to say thanks to the first 4, if you will. Zegose Prime, welcome to the Tricksters. And I hope that while you subscribed, you're then given a sub sandwich. Go Ball Breeze, thank you for subscribing. And if you're watching this, I sadly did not get headphones to work, so I'm sorry, I just tried my best. But thank you and welcome to the Tricksters. I hope you got a sub sandwich. Jessica Davis, thank you for subscribing, and welcome to the Tricksters. Here you go, a sub sandwich. And last but not least, Jessica Pedley. Thank you for just being the recent subscriber. It means a lot to me, just how much people I've not only inspired for these videos, but just how much people would want to watch my stuff. I know it's not good. I know that sometimes it can be bad. But hey, I'm going to get there one day. I'm going to inspire so much people. And that's my #1 thing I want for this channel. I want to inspire others so they can actually be, say, from the bottom, watch my videos, and you'll feel like you're on the top. And I'm Joking Jackson, and I'll see you later. And don't forget, getting a new subscriber for the channel is like getting a sub sandwich. It's fresh.